article, and it talked about the article. It said something like from ramen noodles to riches, right? And I kind of want you to talk about how you started your business and like how did you get it from something that you spent I read $800 on like to start and get it to millions. Like how did you do that?
So for me, my story started from a place of like I'd say despair. I was really suicidal in college. It was to the point where I was going to take my life. And, by picking up my Bible and just finding peace within something that I read and having a dream to just step out on faith, I just started doing that in like 2011, 2012. So I never knew that I was building this multi-million-dollar beauty business. That was never my goal. My goal in the beginning was to solely seek peace so I could feel good and just live here. You know what I'm saying? And not want to take my life. And along that journey, every step of the way, God would give me more clarity. He would, keep directing my path so that I could take the necessary steps to end up where he wanted me to be. And I just listened, even if something didn't feel right, or even if I had no money, I was like, I'm gonna feel better if I do this, and I did it. I always tell people like, when I first decided to just go e-commerce and focus on products and not be a hairstylist, I had like less than $10,000, and I don't know, but like that's not gonna last long if you don't have a plan. And I dropped everything, and I said I just want to feel good, because at that time I wasn't happy just being a stylist anymore. And I just jumped out on faith, and I attribute my success to my ability to seek faith and to seek peace and to feel good. So it wasn't a plan.
What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and honey, I am back in the building. This time, honey, I'm back with a Love and Marriage Huntsville Extra, honey. We got Stormi still. She spilled some tea, honey, on DJ RICHIE SKYE's YouTube channel. So without further ado, I'm going to continue to play that audio, and I will be in and out with my commentary.
It's me taking that first step and just staying in flow.
I was reading that you were also like, are you in business with your husband? Like, is it a collective like family situation?
Definitely. And I'm like, why not? Like, a funny story. So Courtney used to play basketball overseas. He was always this big basketball star. Even college, he was the main guy. And he ended up getting hurt. And this was early on. And then he's actually one of the reasons why I knew that chasing dreams were possible. Because like where I'm from, like doing something that's outside of the norm, people like frown upon it, they talk down upon it. And, people just don't celebrate what they don't know. And I saw him chase his dream with basketball. So deep down inside, I was like, I know I can do this, because I've seen him do it when people thought it couldn't be done. And so Courtney was like, big on doing like whatever he wanted to do. And I was like, Courtney, listen, I feel like if we do this together, we'll have so much more success. And then finally he was like, you know what? I rock with that. And actually it was Courtney who was able to help Camis Beauty become what it is today. Because I have thoughts, I have my brain, but like you can't really move if you ain't got no body, if you don't have a muscle. And he was the one who actually got out there and just, put the system into place. Like, I'm a creative. I can come up with ideas. I can do marketing. I can develop products. But when it comes to systems, managing people, I'm so nice that I'm not really good at like, doing what needs to be done to like just fully just, build something that has to have a lot of structure. And that's
Stormi got her a good man, honey. Okay.
That's where Courtney came in, and like we took off the moment we decided to do it together.
That's amazing right there. I mean, I just feel like it just speaks to the power of what two people can do together. You know what I'm saying? And that's like, in my mind, that's the ideal life. Like, you have, from the perspective of the show, you have the ideal life for someone to be on a show called Love and Marriage. Like, that just really kind of hit me.
Mm-hmm. But y'all don't get to see that.
Right, they too busy promoting these first floor marriages, okay, like Marceau and Tisha and Kimmy and Maurice. Okay, I would love to see more of Stormi and her husband. You know, it is so important, you guys, that we see real black love, not, oh, I want more sex. I'm the man. I'm paying all the bills and oh, I want you to sacrifice your life and put your dreams on hold, you know, like with Marceau and Tisha in their situation. You know, we don't need to see any more of that. We really need to see a power couple, not like Mel and Martell, okay, where there's cheating and emotional abuse and lying on your spouse. We don't need to see that. I would love to see more with Stormi and her man coming together, you know, participating, honey, in black excellence and just having a bond with each other, a family structure. They have a baby together. We just need more positivity on these reality shows in terms of black marriages. We really do, because I think if we don't see that, a lot of us will start to feel as if it doesn't exist. I'm being very serious.
No, like you just saying it and putting it together is like, no, wait a minute. This is like, I mean, we see some of that with the other couples. I mean, yes, but I think in this,
you know what it is, Richie. Richie be trying to be nice, honey. Okay. I love him though. Okay.
way with you guys doing specifically what you do, it's so interesting to me. Does your husband like filming? What is that like for him?
To be honest, Courtney was like, no. Like, you have to know Courtney. You can kind of get his aesthetic on the show. You know, he's a little, you know.
He lets you, you know, do your.
Yeah, like he's a, like, I don't, like he just don't, like it's different. But, yeah, he was like, I don't know, I ain't feeling it. I'm too real for that. Like, that's just how he act, you know. And I was like, well, you know, I'll do it. And he was like, go ahead, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? And then along the way, and like seeing my journey in the process, he kind of warmed up to it, and he got to the point where he was like, you know, I will film with you. I'm cool with filming with you.
Okay.
But I think throughout the season, you may see Courtney like filming by himself. So I just say never, because you know he got on board a little bit.
Okay. So we got a little tea to look forward to with that. What made you say yes to doing the show on a more, I would say, visible and consistent basis?
It's so funny. I didn't even realize it was happening until it happened. I was like, well, damn. This episode, that's what we doing. Because I honestly thought, like, you know, when I'm invited to things, I'm just going to sit there like a fly on the wall. But I have, like, so much more personality than that. And I just came to realize that I don't have a poker face. So it just became something that I didn't even know it was becoming. But, you know, it was, I ain't gonna lie, like, it was a time I was telling Corinne, I was like, especially after the whole Galentine's, the thing about me, like, I'm always big on, like, people. I'm like, people are people. Like, I'm pretty sure you've had moments with people that you know, love, don't like, that are different from what, you know, you may have the majority of your time. So when I had the little blow up with Destiny, I came home and said, Courtney, I don't know about this shit. I was like, people gonna see this shit. I was like, they gonna see this, and they gonna be like, oh, I thought Stormi was sweet and quiet. I'm like, I am, but I'll go out too. And I was like, I wanna quit. And he was like, no. He was like, nah, stick it out. You in it now. And that's the thing about Courtney. Like, he like, you start something, finish it.
Wow, such a supportive man, honey. Okay.
The Galentine's Day event was kind of epic. It almost felt like the energy was already kind of off that day.
Definitely.
And I felt like I could feel that through the screen. So if I felt it, what was your feeling when you walked in?
See, I think it's important to know when you're filming, like, especially like as a new person, you never know what to expect, because A, I haven't been in those type of settings before, and then B, like, I wasn't privy to a lot of the stuff and the dynamics within the group. and that was my first time being around all of the ladies at once with their current climate. So I want to say when I first walked in, I didn't, I was like, hey, I didn't know what to do because like I didn't. You could just feel it when I said it was so tense, and then it was so tense, and then I didn't know all the details as to why it was so tense. And to be honest, I kind of still don't. It feels so very vague. And I'm like, what the fuck was that? I still want to know what y'all was talking about. Like, because that's me. I'm like, it's even times like when we're doing green screens, they'll ask me a question, and I'm like, well, I don't have enough information to give a detailed answer. And that's kind of how I felt at Galentine's, because I was like, how can we know? Because everybody kept saying, well, what was said negative? What was said negative? I'm like, well, what was said?
And y'all remember she kept trying to get Destiny to answer certain questions, and Destiny kept deflecting and putting everything off on Melody, acting like a childish petty Betty, honey, okay?
I want to know, there's something I do want to know. Remember the episode where you guys were at Kimmy's son's housewarming? A lot of what we see, I don't know, with this show, I can always tell when it's going to be something that goes down. That day, did you feel any kind of like, oh, it's about to happen today?
No, not at all.
Really?
Like, no, I thought like we was going to a housewarming. Like, I had no idea. Because I had actually gotten Destiny a gift right after Galentine's. So if I had known I was going to talk to her that day, I would have brought the gift, and I think that would have changed the whole conversation. Had I could have given it to her then.
Speaking of that gift, where is that Gucci bag?
She said she lost it.
She losing shit? What's wrong with her? Okay, sound like she may have lost it on purpose. Oh, ungrateful heifer.
What? Lies.
Like, she said she really lost it. She said she lost her bag at the airport. And it was in her bag. So she lost a lot of things.
Oh, so it was in a bag that got lost at the airport. Oh, see, that's why you got to take your Gucci bags in your carry-on, okay? Just a tip out there for anybody watching. Okay, never put your valuables in the underneath, okay? I would be mad if she lost. Listen, when you came in, when you said you had bought her a Gucci bag because you wanted her y'all to be good, and she did not take it, I would have done the same thing that you did. Give me this bag back. And so I'm shocked that you actually gave it back to her.
See, I didn't want it. I would have taken it back if she didn't want it, but I bought it to give to her. So I didn't want it back. I wanted to give it to her. And you know what? I've been getting hell about that fucking Gucci bag.
Why? What?
Because people are like, oh, she shouldn't have said how much it cost. I'm like, y'all must not buy Gucci. So
no, I think
clearly, like, there's a range for their, like, even if I had never said how much it cost, like, one could know because it's a Gucci bag. And then the whole point of even saying it was Gucci, because I think a lot about gifts. And I was like, this is a pun intended. And if not, it would be like, why is this bitch giving me a bag? Well, because it's a pun to it. It's like a cute, little euphemism with it. So, here, but yeah.
Now, put it in the comments, guys. Do you think that Stormi should have got Destiny a Gucci bag? Do you feel like she was trying to be funny? She did say on the show that, Destiny is broke and don't have as much money as her. And not necessarily in those words, but that is what she was alluding to, honey. Okay, that's just what Miss Robinson got from it.
You got to the event that day, and they told the salesperson the manager came outside and told you that you weren't going to be able to come in. Was there a part of you that was just like, you know what, I ain't even doing this? Like, because, for me, I almost would have been like, no, you know what? You got me the first time. We out.
I didn't really feel that way. I'm going to be honest with you. Before that day, I had texted one of my employees. I was was going to have them take it up there. And they weren't available. And then when I told my producer, I was like, well, I guess I'm going to bring this bag up here because I can't get my employee to do it because they're not here. I was like, but I don't want to be turned away. I was like, if y'all film it, I don't want to be turned away. And then they was like, no, it's a good idea for you to bring it anyway. And then they was like, we'll just see what happens. I was like, yeah, but I don't want to be turned away. Like, if y'all film it, like, let me know. And that way, like, I won't, you know what I'm saying? Because I won't do it because I kept thinking in my head, what would I do? I'm not supposed to be here. I'm going to turn her away. So I already kind of figured that she may turn me away. And even when I was, like, they knew I was coming, so even when I was about to get mic'd up, I still was saying, you know what, I don't think I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'll just have somebody bring it another day. And then they were like, no, we think it's good if you're coming with good intentions to just give it to her. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, but she turns me away, and y'all can't stop her from turning me away. I'm going to look stupid. They was like, Stormi, if you got good intentions, just bring the fucking bag. And I was like, fuck it, I'm going to bring it. And so when she had somebody turn me away, I kind of expected that because that's like the normal thing to do. And it's definitely the thing to do, like, if you on TV. Like, we've seen it done before. Like, get the fuck out of my shit. They do it all the time. So I kind of figured she would try to turn me away. What I didn't know was that we had a voice of reason there, which is Mel Nika.
Okay.
And she said, no, let's do this shit for real. Like, let's not do this. Because I'm like, I got these big-ass flowers. I got this, my mama here. Like, I didn't want to be on no bullshit. Like, that wasn't that for me.
She talked about you. She says something in the episode about you not wanting your products in her store because her store was allegedly never open or too small. What is the backstory with that?
I don't really know. I did say the store was never open. My warehouse is like 2 minutes away from the store, so you passed it to get to my warehouse. And I just noticed, like, all of 2020, like, I didn't see it open a lot. And I went to my warehouse all the time, and that was our year where everything was blowing up, so I was always there. I'm not there as much because my team, they're efficient now. But, yeah, I was just speaking from that regard. And then I think at that time she had brought up in an interview about reaching out to me, and I told her I would get her in touch with my distributor. And I never did because at that time we were still setting up how we wanted to handle distribution. I'm one of those people, if I have a goal in mind, I stick to that goal. My goal was always like the big box stores first. And I didn't even understand distribution fully at that time. And I don't like to get my feet into something that I don't fully know, because I feel like when I do that, that's how a lot of mess starts.
Exactly. And Destiny, shame on you. Why would she be in a hurry to put her product in a store that's always closed? Okay, you haven't even closed on the building. Okay, you still have not fully bought the damn building. Okay, so, like, Destiny, you guys, she is all over the place. Okay? Let's play Stormi and Destiny scene just one more time. Okay, that way we are clear on what happened when Stormi rolled up.
I know after what Stormi and I have experienced, she's not about to walk up in here.
Now y'all hear Stormi saying, you ain't got enough to come at me like that, bitch. There it is.
The energy that we've shared in our last 2 encounters was not good. And this is not the place for me to have that type of energy. Stormi, she about to go. You need to tell her she needs to leave. For real. Or I'm going to do it, and it's not going to be good.
Try that up. Hi.
But Destiny said you have to go. Sorry, hon.
What you been? You want to give her the flowers? Here, give that to this.
Thank you so much.
Thank God Melnika was there.
Thank you so much. She just don't want us around.
Oh, it wasn't gonna be any. Yeah, I had her a little Gucci purse. You know what I'm saying? No, I won't keep it. Yeah, she can have those though.
let them bring you that. When you talk to her then, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, this really wasting my time.
No, give her stuff back. No, she didn't. Give her.
If you want to feel it.
Wait. Destiny just said she can. Okay, that's she did. We gotta be better than this, y'all.
Thank you.
We got to be better than this.
Thank you, ma'am.
We cannot keep on doing the same stuff.
Exactly. That's so weird.
Give her her flowers.
I'm trying to support a black business.
Yeah.
It's a black business, right? That's what we do. So I'm a big gift giver, and immediately after Galentine's, I ordered it, and I tried to have a sit down with her before then, but it never happened. So I saw a flyer about Destiny's event on social media, and I said, you know what? I've been had this gift for her. It's the perfect time to give it to her. So I made my mind up to go.
All right.
I see how they will be back.
Yeah.
Child, Melnika was definitely coaching Destiny this whole damn episode. That's a damn shame. Destiny, you guys, is a big ass kid.
Happy birthday. Destiny. I want to give you a gift.
I would like to give you a gift. I knew you was having an event, and I got you a Gucci purse because I want us to be good. I really do. And I'm very proud of you.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
I
Now, I
appreciate
know you
that.
got a gift table that I would love. I can put it down, and we can talk, other stuff some other time. But I genuinely wanted to come support you. I'm proud of you. This is amazing. You're doing something great in a field where a lot of us don't get a lot of recognition. I'll set your gifts over here.
Thank you.
Nice.
So yeah, the gift actually annoys me a little bit more than crashing the party.
You want to be like me? I feel that.
You're annoyed by the damn gift?
I feel that. I received it. That what's up?
I feel like if she really wanted to support the business, I wouldn't be the only black business without her products.
Girl, you're never open. You don't even pay your damn employees. Okay? Like, you have unrealistic expectations. You are delusional, Destiny. You want a whole bunch of shit that don't go together. I ain't put my product in a business that's closed all the time. I'm not putting my products in a business where they don't pay the employees. It was a few people online saying that they ain't get their paycheck from you. You gotta clear up your business acumen, because right now, honey, it's not there. And then on this show, you are very passive aggressive. I feel like you move very sneaky and in a covert way. Miss Robinson has tried to defend you, honey, and the brand fans, honey, let me have it each and every time. Y'all know I went hard for Destiny. I was trying to see things, honey, her way. Because I really try to be fair, you guys, and try to come with an objective opinion, right? Put myself in her shoes, and I still stand by, what I said. Okay, I do. I still stand by some of the stuff I said on her behalf. But she needs to grow up, really, because this behavior is just not cute. Let me play this part real quick.
Oh, it's really pretty.
That was nice of Stormi.
Instead of an olive branch, she got a whole
olive branch.
dozen roses. Right. I didn't see Destiny's face though. Did she receive it?
I don't think she wanted to be rude, but she doesn't she was just like stone faced.
Really? Why?
Because she's unhappy in her life, though.
My store is never open and it's too small for our products. But you bring me a Gucci bag. Stop playing with me. We gotta do it better with how we handle things. I can be mad at you and still get your money. That's business. That's how Caucasians do business. Yeah, like that's the name of the game. Caucasians will not like you would take all of your money. Even if it's a tiny step, maybe it'll kind of get them in the right direction to have a conversation.
I take it. Right. I'm like, girl, yes, okay. I had the same thing. I was like, I get no apologies like that. Sometimes you just have to give it time and let each person heal.
inside that somebody's not saying.
Some of that was inside that people
and what happened?
saying.
What was inside of what?
And we're talking about your
Yeah, what about it? That was cool. Yeah.
You're so tough, man. You getting it though? You getting it? My girl said, I brought you a gift. It's a Gucci purse that I want you to be good. I said,
No, I support black businesses on all levels.
I'm a king of petty. So welcome to petty people. My listen to now. So Stormi, you support all black businesses with Gucci purses?
I support. Listen, I add value in any room that I enter. That's my goal. That's my goal at all times. If I can't do that, why am I here?
What was the apology about?
I still don't know. It was just a lot of emotions, unnecessary.
It's always a new girl in the group, and sometimes they come in a little hard.
I'm very blunt. I talk too damn much sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I mean no harm.
I guess long as you know that, she's a good one.
Right.
Yeah.
I just don't think we should have any beef.
We got time for that.
Right.
It was a nice gesture. It was an olive branch. And why is your face twisted up like that?
My face is not twisted.
I'm telling you what I see. The last time Stormi and Destiny were together was at Jalen's housewarming, and that didn't end very well. So Tisha and I just really kind of wanted some answers.
So you gonna give it back to us, say thank you, but no thank you?
Not to a Gucci bag.
Yes, I would. You would never see me walk around with somebody else's Gucci bag on.
And I think, like I said, guys, I think that really bothered her, that Melody threw that money in her face. And when people do that to people, it makes people shut down, okay, and be like, damn, I can't trust nobody, you know, when they give me gifts.
Point does the olive branch matter? Like, when will it be?
Why?
Never.
What are we doing? I am cordial. She ain't had shit.
No, this is like for real. There's
I'm
no
dead
measure.
serious.
There's no measure of olive branch that will fix this for you.
It's nothing to be fixed.
But it is, Destiny.
But it's not.
So how do y'all move forward then?
What the hell we need to move forward?
Okay, what happened? Your energy is just really like.
I'm just aggressive and I'm always on 10, so that's just what it is.
Did you invite her?
More passive-aggressive behavior.
Or she just
ma'am.
saw it on
She
like
said
a
she
flyer?
heard that she
I
was
don't know.
having that even.
Sometimes Destiny's hard to read. Asking all these questions, trying to understand what her emotion is at this moment is it's a job. I didn't realize it was that to that extent, I guess.
It ain't.
Except it sounds like it is.
It's not.
Okay.
What is wrong with you? I thought we were having fun today.
You're on 10. We have a
That's
great
not
time.
10. That's 0.
Right. Great time.
You're not. You're
So
lying.
just because she went through
So now you're a liar.
your whole energy changed. Even if you don't want it, like your whole energy has changed.
And
because
this is
you
your
went
event.
through
You can't have nobody having you upset at your thing.
I'm not upset. Y'all the one that.
Even Tisha giving her good advice. Still stupid.
I'm cool.
All right, honey, let's get back to Stormi and Richie.
Go the way they need to. And I definitely don't like doing relationships at that early of a stage with myself. Because if something goes left, it's on me. When I would rather it be going through a funnel where people are doing like double checks with things. So no, I never did get her in touch, but we were also going through a lot of stuff at that time with getting into like Target, Sally's, etc., setting up everything on the back end. I don't know where the too small part of that came in because I don't remember ever saying her store was too small for my products. I think that's stupid. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say that. But even to this day, I don't deal with stores directly. You can go through the distributor. I have like a best friend, business friend who owns like this huge, amazing chain of hair stores, Hair Queen. They're in a few different states. He wanted to get my products in his store before I was ready. And I told him no. And now he gets them through the distributor. So it's not a personal thing. It's just that's not how I want to do that side of the business.
Y'all hear that? So Destiny, you can still get her products. You just gotta get with her distributor. That's if you are willing to put in the effort, okay? But I think you just want to be mad. You just want to be in your feelings instead of in your bag. And honey, we ain't got time for that.
This time. pretty sure as we flush out kinks, have a smoother system, I would do it differently. But at this time, that's just a no for me.
No, I totally get that, and I like that response because I think it's real, and it also tells, because I feel like I have a lot of women and men that watch the channel, but there are a lot of women that watch the channel, and when they think about business, I think that this is a real thing that needed to be touched on because that shows like what really goes on behind the scenes of a big business like this. So that makes total sense to me. Your feeling about the energy in the room that day, did it feel like something was going to pop off at any point while you were there, like before it all happened?
I be trying to be a little bit political sometimes. I'm gonna just keep it real. So when I got there, I was like, with the gifts and shit, you know what I'm saying? Because like when we throw like events, like like my friends either they come with they come differently. So I was like, what's going on? I saw like people standing. I was like, I didn't know if it was like a filming thing at that point, or I didn't know if it was like I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was just like, what the hell going on? Like, I guess I'll just go stand over here, So I stood. And I didn't know anything was gonna pop up. I didn't even know Mel was coming. And then that's another thing. Like I've been seeing like comments on social media. I was like, oh, they planned it together. I had no idea. Like I wouldn't even think she would have came. So I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? So as far as like, did I think something was gonna pop up? Not when I got there because I didn't know what the hell was going on because it was kind of quiet. Everybody was just standing.
Until they weren't. Do you feel? I was watching one of your lives that you did on Instagram, and I wanted to ask you: do you ever feel caught in the middle of these ladies, especially at this point? Because when you come in, you also have to get to know everybody. I would assume. You know what I'm saying? And we met you through Melody, but do you feel like as you've grown in this space and gotten to know the other ladies, do you feel caught in the middle, or do you feel like, no, I'm not even in that?
I don't feel caught in the middle, solely because I don't know a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have relationships that are that deep. I can say that even from the beginning, I'm one of those people, like, I came in the circle through Mel. Everybody knows the backstory, etc. So when I was being introduced to the lady, she always said, she was like, form your own opinions. That's what she said. And I'm the kind of person, I'm like, nah, bitch, I ain't gonna put whatever. So I was even like that. But then when you get to see certain people's, like, dynamics, and I started to realize that was kind of silly of me. When they work together, they're always going to be connected. They're always going to have relationships. And then when you're filming, you become privy to other things that you guys don't see. And then you can kind of start feeling like, well, maybe it's not that deep to hold a grudge that long. Because at the beginning of the season, you may feel like these bitches may never talk again, but by the end, they cool. So why would I be so standoffish with people when the energy is always going to be fickle to the point where they can be cordial? So yeah, I kind of took a step back in that regard, and I just started to just see people for their interactions with me. And I did a lot of like self-reflection on like, Stormi, like, who are you? Like, fuck these cameras. Like, who are you? And then I'm like, you that bitch, so go be that bitch. So even with me giving Destiny the purse, like, that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't gonna not do it because her and Mel may not be in a good space. Because to be honest, we never had an issue. Mel even said, you guys should not have any beef. So that's kind of where I stand now.
You talked about the kind of getting to see things behind the scenes. And while I don't expect you to tell me what, but do you think from your perspective that there's more drama behind the scenes, or is there more drama on the camera?
Definitely. Okay. I feel like you guys see more drama on camera, but there's a bigger story behind the scenes.
I think we all, as an audience, feel that. We just don't ever know what it really is, because, and I think that's also what, personally, as a viewer, it felt like all of those altercations that occurred didn't necessarily stem from just one instance. It felt like a buildup.
Yeah.
What was your feeling after you left that event?
Okay, I gotta start with the event for you to understand how I was feeling after the event.
Okay.
So you asked me earlier, did I think anything was gonna pop off? I did not, because I didn't. It was just bland. It was like really monotone. It was weird. You know what I'm saying? Just flat. However, when Mel showed up and I knew Miss Wanda was there and I knew what had been said on social media, one could think like, well, this may not work out too well. You know what I'm saying? So I still didn't know. Even if you notice, I was inside a lot because I didn't know things were gonna happen. I'm nosy by nature. You know what I'm saying? So if I knew something was gonna happen, I was gonna be right there like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? So I was on the inside, so I didn't even get a chance to even fully understand like how things transpired. But upon seeing things transpire, and then upon seeing the cameras cut, and then seeing like people who were like this, like I can do that too. I can be mad at somebody and be like, you want to go get something to eat? But it was so much going on. It was so elevated across the board that I felt like it was too soon. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, when I left, I'm like, I ain't carrying this with me. They ain't none of my business. I'm not saying who was right, who was wrong, because they all happy right now. Y'all didn't see that part. And I can't unsee it, you know? So
Wait, we didn't see what part?
That everybody was cool when it ended. Hell, Miss Wanda was fixing fucking plates.
Wow. So that was after the fight?
What?
Yeah. I still to this day ain't never seen nobody do that. We gonna get a plate back. Bitch, I ain't about to fix one.
Where do you see your relationships, specifically the one we've seen with you and Destiny, because that's been a roller coaster. Where we know that you guys are going to have a conversation in this coming up episode, but where does it go? Because in my mind, if I'm thinking, if I'm Destiny, I'm going to be picking your brain, because you are a success story. You're a walking success story. So to me, I'm Stormi. Give me the tea on how to make this thing pop like you did. And I understand that she's also in a space of, not wanting to take any handouts and that sort of thing, which sometimes I feel like it could get in her own way.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you think that you guys are headed in terms of a friendship?
So, like with all the ladies, I don't have an issue with anybody. And if I ever have an issue with anybody, it's going to be my issue. You understand what I'm saying? Right now, I don't have an issue with anybody. And Stormi by nature, I'm a lover, I'm a helper, I'm a fixer. If there's an opportunity to help someone, I'm going to do it and they don't have to ask me. So if I wanted to help anybody on that cast when it comes to business, they don't have to ask me. I'm going to do it anyway because I see that that's needed there. And that's me. Like, that's me off camera. That's me in life. Like, you can go through my social media. You can scroll back on my Facebook for years. And that's who I am as an individual. And I'm not going to change that for camera. You know what I'm saying? So my brain has not been picked as of yet. But I love marketing. I love business. I love sharing information with other people who want to exceed. And so if that opportunity presented itself, I would be present.
Okay. Do you think, right now we're in they're saying it's season 5. I thought it was season 4B. But do you see yourself doing another season?
Yeah.
Would you want to?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And how about?
I feel like I'm in it now. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like,
I mean, you you are in it. What about your husband? Is he more open to doing more, perhaps on a full-time basis at this point?
I think Courtney will show about 80%. It's 20 in there that be like, bitch, I might not feel like it today.
What is the worst part about filming? Like something that you did not expect to experience, and how did you manage to cope with it?
So, the worst part for me is the edit. Even to this day, I don't think fans and viewers understand the power of editing. Because they cannot work with what you don't give them. But if I take this and I put it next to this, when it was really next to this, it becomes a new story. It becomes a new response. It becomes new energy. And that's the power of editing, and that's happened to me twice.
Can you tell us which time it happened, or give?
Definitely, I would love to.
Okay.
No, seriously. Second time you guys saw me, Tiffany and Kimmy were having a conversation on the couch. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. So like, you know, production, they have to know like where you stand with everybody. They have to understand dynamics in order to know like who are these people with each other. So I had already addressed like the situation. I was like, you know, I don't really know how I feel about Tiffany. I was always very good on that, but it was because of the monster coming and my ass was walking around pregnant with a son, feeling some type of way. You feel what I'm saying? So I was like, I don't know how I feel about that because I wouldn't do no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Well, I was like, tell her. You know, like, I'm going to tell her what I got to say. So I'm in the kitchen and I'm eating. They're like, hey, Stormi, now's the time. You can let her know. And I was like, okay. What y'all talking about? You know what I'm saying? So, like, what? And then it was like, where that bitch come from? I didn't know they was having no private conversation. And then on top of that, when I'm, like, talking about the whole monster situation, because y'all didn't see monster conversation being edited in that conversation. But that was the meat of the conversation. You understand what I'm saying? So, I had that reaction, not to a 12-year-old comment, because I didn't even remember her saying that. It was something that was tied into the monster conversation. So now everybody was like, what happened when Stormi was 12? Bitch, nothing, because that wasn't that. You know what I'm saying? That's instance number one.
Okay.
Yeah, so that changed the whole thing, because I feel like had it been shown in its entirety, you would have understood where my frustration came from, because I was always talking about the monster situation. I wasn't talking about anything else, and I was talking very, I feel, eloquently about it. But, you know, it didn't edit that way. It edited like, who this bitch come over here jumping in this conversation? This is a private conversation. She need to get out. Why she got an opinion? So that was that. And then instance number 2, when we went out to drinks, me and Tiffany, we had a whole good moment. And then some kind of way, like the conversation was like 15 minutes of beautiful conversation. As you can see, like when she entered the room, I was like, hi. You know, like we were good. We hashed it out. And then some kind of way, we came back to the beginning, and she asked me something that was said already earlier in a tone in which I felt like we weren't at. So then I go, that is why we're here. Because I'm like, bitch, we just had this motherfucking conversation, so why you coming back with different energy? You know? But then they took the whole conversation out and put the beginning next to me being frustrated, and it looked like as soon as she came in, I had attitude with her. Not true.
Damn. Damn.
Yo, I am so sorry.
Yeah, so I'm like, they got me looking like, this is why we're here. I'm like, I didn't say that shit right then. I said it later.
All right, you guys, that's all honey Miss Robinson got to say about that. Get down in the comments. Let me know what you thought about this here video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out in the next video.